Good morning, folks. It's 6:04 a.m. on day 69. It is 61.8 degrees. It's like tropical. I'm at the Black Rock shelter in Shenandoah. I'm gonna wake up. All right, good morning again, folks. It's 7:11 in the morning. It's 63 degrees, and I've just started up the spur from the Black Rock shelter to bring me back up to the AT. Just a 0.1 mile, maybe 0.2 mile, I think 0.1 mile though, spur. Slept great last night. Had all the flaps in my tent open. It did not get cold last night. I was very thankful to have my sleeping bag liner. That was really just about all I used until probably around 10:30 a.m. And then I used my 0-degree sleeping bag sort of more as like a quilt and then as a proper sleeping bag. I didn't zip it up or anything. So that's pretty good. Slept great. Woke up just a little late. A few minutes past 6. Could have woken up earlier. Pretty much everyone around the shelter, over half the people have already left. So I'm among the last to leave, but that's fine. It's just such a nice day. Almost could have started earlier, but that's all right. Yeah, today I'm not really sure again exactly how far I'm gonna go or what I'm looking at doing. Seems a consensus among most of the people at the shelter last night was that a lot of folks are going to be doing a 21 mile to get to another shelter, which is certainly an option. Good crew, people I wouldn't mind seeing again, that's for sure. But I also wouldn't mind pushing a little bit, kind of in dream world of body and weather and temperature and motivation hold up. I wouldn't mind hitting Front Royal before I leave the trail for a few days, so that's definitely a little ambitious though. That would mean I have today, tomorrow, and the next day to cover about 80 miles. So definitely a little ambitious, but well, you know, definitely also achievable, so we'll see how it goes. Whew. Spur trail's a bit of a hill, but I think we're all caught up at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and put away the camera, get to hiking, and I'll see you in a little bit. Alrighty folks, it is 10:34 a.m. and I'm just crossing the 10-mile mark on the day. Just stopped for a couple snacks and grabbed some water over at the Ivy Creek Spring, which is nice. I also kind of took advantage of the opportunity to grab my little cloth towel thing here and soak that up and kind of wipe off the sweat and dirt and sunscreen that had caked onto me yesterday. So yeah, it was nice to kind of cool down a little bit, kind of clean up a little bit. I mean, not as luxurious as a full-blown shower, but boy, you'd be hard pressed to tell the difference in the amount of refreshment that provided. So yeah, slammed a liter of water, loaded up 2 liters to keep carrying. The majority of the group, well, I shouldn't say the majority of the group, I'm not really sure about that, but some sizable portion of the group that was at the shelter last night peeled off maybe about 1.5 miles or 2 miles ago. There's a wayside that sells like cold drinks and maybe hot dogs or something, I'm not really sure. But they were all pretty excited about jumping down there. So I think I've kind of gotten ahead of some portion of the group at this point, even after my break, because that wayside was a 0.6 mile spur downhill, which means it's a 0.6 mile spur uphill to get back to the trail. So yeah, but I mean, they knew that going in, so if you want to hike an extra 1.2 miles for cold Coca-Cola, God bless. So far so good though, feeling good. Pretty day. Can definitely feel the difference in it being 10 degrees cooler, but the day yet is young, and we'll see what this temperature does. So yeah, we'll get back to hiking. I'll check in with y'all a little later. All right, folks, how we going? It just turned 5 o'clock, and I just got to my destination for the night. I was kind of thinking I would cross the highway, and then there's some power lines over there. Generally, where there's power lines, there's relatively flat ground. But in between the highway and the power lines, I found what looked like a pretty old trail that leads about, I mean, not even far, maybe 100 feet off the AT to the what would that be, to the trail east. And look at this, man. That is like definitely a former campsite or tent pad or something. I mean, there's another one over here that you can kind of see pretty easy. So I don't know if this is like a former tent site that they're trying to like close up or erase from maps or whatever, but you know, hopefully it's not like haunted or something. I'm gonna go ahead and pitch up here because this is like freaking perfect, absolutely perfect. And I did haul in about 5 liters of water, which is going to be way too much for tonight and tomorrow morning. So there's no water here, but I have plenty. So anyways, I'll go ahead and pitch up. I think that Raincatcher, another guy, Raincatcher, who was at the shelter last night, he might be swinging through and spending the night here as well if we see each other as he passes the trail on the way to the power line. So anyways, I'll get pitched up. I'll check in with y'all again. All right, folks, it is 6:40 p.m., 73 degrees. Got my tent all pitched up. I did double check weather, and it looks like it might get a little rainy tonight, maybe some thunderstorms and stuff tonight, perhaps into tomorrow. So it might be a bit of a wet day tomorrow, which is fine. It'll probably be better than the heat anyways that we've had the past couple days. Boy, it got up to 85 again today, So definitely it was pretty warm. Over there, that hammock setup is Raincatcher, so he's kind of gonna bunk up with me tonight up here at this kind of stealth backcountry campsite. Yeah, man, I already ate dinner. It didn't go quite according to plan. I was cooking up my normal double pouch of ramen, double serving of ramen, and went to go give it a stir and dumped the pot of boiling hot ramen and water all over my left foot. So hopefully the foot will be fine. I don't think it's like a super bad burn. You can see, like, I'm not going to put any sock on it tonight, and the sock is pretty well wet. So that's a bummer. But whatever. Hopefully the burn shouldn't be too bad. The biggest bummer was just missing that dinner. So I missed like half of my ramen that I was going to eat for dinner. I wound up just taking a ramen packet out from what would have been tomorrow's dinner, and I think that this problem might solve itself tomorrow at some point. I'm gonna look into it some more tonight and see what I can figure out for tomorrow. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn in, even though it's really pretty early. But I've already brushed my teeth and hung up my bear bag and everything else. So kind of hoping I can get an early start tomorrow. What exactly that means is still kind of to be determined, but we'll see. So yeah, today was a good day. 25.3 miles. Feeling pretty good about that. You know, not crazy elevation, but that's the Shenandoahs for you. So yeah, good day for sure. Until I burned my foot and lost half my dinner, but yeah, whatever, you know, details. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and turn in, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.